I wanted to read this is the Nag Hammadi studies, okay? It's the Pistis Sophia, the Apocalypse of John, is that what it is? Um, it's Adam's stuff. It is a lot of stuff that had been kept out of the Biblios, and it was also declared as heresy. Anytime back during all these religious things, whenever the church just did not want to include anything that would do anything, if it wasn't generating division or something like that, then watch 'em. Watch 'em. I'm dog sitting. But anytime back in those times when the things were not the way that the church was trying to manipulate and control, then they said it was heresy, and then they got rid of the teaching by way of usually some type of a forceful situation. War. All the wars that we've ever fought in the history of this planet have been over religion, artifacts, stargates, shit like that. It's never been about fucking oil. It's never been about resources. It's never been about that stuff. It was always about control, and it was always about these adrenochrome, all these different ways that they had manipulated through every branch of our government, every banking facility, and every fucking, Rockefeller changed all of the teachings in the medical field long ago. I have some books down here from like the 17 and 1800s, medical books about all the parasites and shit that was there here back then, and how they literally took them out like 100 years ago. Parasites, that was the first thing anybody ever got, and when they went to a doctor was parasite cleanse. And when was the last time you had a parasite cleanse? And then 100 years later, the medical community's like, parasites? The fuck is a parasite? We never had any of that shit. But yet you have all these pathologists from all over here in the United States of America and beyond, I'm sure, talking about how that you don't have to wait to pass away for to get ate up by worms, because every day that you're living and breathing, you're getting ate up by them from the inside out. Sorry if that triggers anybody. It doesn't make me too happy about shit either. And in knowing that like 98% of people are full of these things. Hey, boy, that's our other doggy's job. But anyway, I wanted to read the some of these things that she did. These 13 different, one for each layer of. Please upgrade to a. Oh well, shit. Can't be doing that. Okay, so this is the Nag Hammadi studies. Okay. By Carl Schmidt, and this was in, let's see, what year was it? I don't remember. It's okay. Let me say that. Pistis Sophia. Okay. I really wish I could find a really old version of these teachings, like the oldest version known to man. Let's see. The Pistis Sophia text, which forms the contents of the Askew Codex, was made available to scholars over a century ago. However, a modern English translation of this Coptic Gnostic document has been lacking for some years, and it is advantageous that previously known Gnostics writing should now be included in the Nag Hammadi Studies series. The admirable edition and German translation by C. Schmidt, re-edited by W. Till, would be hard to supersede. For this reason, a new edition of the Coptic text is considered unnecessary. The present English translation is therefore based on the Coptic text as edited and amended by Schmidt. The Coptic text is reproduced from this edition unaltered except for minor corrections. Okay, which I'm sure that had minor corrections, my ass. I'm sure it had a lot more than just minor, but it doesn't matter. I just want it to be known that these. I'm trying to think, it was 1945 that the Enoch's stuff was found. What is the deal here with this shit? I don't understand. Okay. Where's it at? Yeah, it's not letting me see it. What the fuck is this shit? There it is. The part that I really want to just this one part to read is about the part in, I believe it's Revelations, where 2,000 will fall to my right and 10,000 to my left, but nor pestilence or disease or whatever, as I've been given authority to walk over snakes and scorpions. That Bible verse was actually this woman, Pistis Sophia's, part of her trying to, redeem herself after she went out into the cosmos and created on her own without her counterpart. In doing so, this world was created and the people in it have been enslaved due to these decisions made long ago. But these teachings here, they got it in the, it's real cool. They have it in the Greek form, how it was, and then they have it in English. Okay, book 1. But it happened that after Jesus had risen from the dead, he spent 11 years speaking with his disciples. Right there is really crazy to me because it says after he was risen that he spent 11 years speaking with his disciples. Have nobody ever said shit about this? Right? And he taught them only as far as the places of the first ordinance and as far as the places of the first mystery, which is within the veil, which is within the first ordinance, which is the 24th mystery outside and below. These which are in the second space of the first mystery, which is before all mysteries, the Father in the form of a dove. And Yeshua said to his disciple, I have come forth from that first mystery, which is the last mystery, namely the 24th. And the disciples did not know and understand that there was anything within that mystery, but they thought And the disciples did not know and understand that there was anything within that mystery, but they thought that was anything within that mystery, but they thought that that mystery was the head of the all and the head of the things, all things that exist. And they thought that it was the completion of all completions, because Yeshua had said to them concerning that mystery, the first one, that it surrounded the first ordinance and the 5 incisions and the great light and the 5 helpers. And then it says in abbreviations there, after it says the 5 helpers, it says Parastatai. Parastatai. And the whole treasury of light. Them dogs won't shut up, will they, buddy? They won't be quiet. Anyway, that's what I was talking about. I think they're talking about the pleroma right there. Oh.